So along this walkway right here that you can see is all grass leading up to the pool. I really don't like that because I feel that you're in dirt with your feet and then you jump in the pool and it just makes it harder on the filter and everything else. And I don't want to have to keep changing it. So what I want to do here and around the steps and stuff is I want to put some paver stone. I can't put cement because, as you can see right here, when they dug this up, they made a hill because the ground is slanted. It goes down into the corner back over there. So it goes down this way and down this way diagonally. So the pool would have been offset diagonally. So they had to build this little mound, dig all this out, put sand down for the bottom for the liner. And the wall came out some, but as I've been getting like pieces of brick, you can see here, and pieces of wood and all that kind of stuff, I've been building my own retaining wall. And this way I could put paver stones here, like maybe 3-4 feet out. So there was a ladder there where that piece of cement was right there. I think that's why that cement pad is there. I don't know because I didn't put it there. But can't do cement. So let's go look at what I took out and what we're gonna put in. And if you have any suggestions or comments, or hey, that's a great job, like I'm glad you took that out and didn't reuse it, or you should have just reused those old bricks, or whatever you want to tell me, please tell me, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these old bricks. And I think I have like 3,000 or more. I lined my whole yard and I made a flower bed and everything, like 2-3 flower beds with these bricks. And I think I have like 1,500 bricks left, and I just don't know what to do with them. So let's go see what the bricks are that we took out and what we're gonna put in. So all through this area right here, there was all brick up to about this. You can kind of see the cutoff line between where it's like all sand here, and there's kind of some grass growing, even though there's patches of grass growing here because I took the bricks out almost 3 years ago, right before I got the liner. But I didn't do anything with it after the whole pandemic because, I didn't think anyone was ever going to be allowed to go to anyone else's house again. So these are all the brick. Now, I'm not sure if these are clay brick or, I think they're called red clay brick. And these might be the foundation house bricks. Like if you have a brick house, I think these are the brick for that. Now, some of them had like pop up, like a molding and like some letters on them. I don't know if that's a special brick or that's something different, or you get those every once in a while. Then I had like a couple that were like this off weird color. Then I found a couple that were like this. They were like somebody made it out of cement or something. But I used a bunch of these around the flower garden so you really couldn't see them, and they could retain the dirt because the red you could see easily and it didn't go with that part of the house. Now these I think are 4 inches by 2.5, or maybe 2 by 4 by 8. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. This looks thicker than a 2x4, but a 2x4 is really like 1 3/4. It's not a true 2 inches. So this might be a true 2 inches. It might be a little bit more. If you know the dimensions of this brick and if it's clay or what it really is, leave me a comment down below, because that might help me to put these in a project that I want to do. But to put all these individual bricks out and maintain all these individual bricks from shifting, I thought was going to be too much of a headache. So I went and got these. So I got 1,000 of these. And some of them came broken, but it's okay because I have to get a wet saw and cut some at an angle to go around like the angles of the pool here, like that angle there. So it's going to be okay, and whatever chips are left, we're going to throw into our retaining wall because we don't throw anything away and we recycle everything. So I moved all of these by myself. I think it took me a month to move all of these by myself. It's 1,000 of them. It's 12 by 12 by 1.5. and they have a little side texture here on the side, but it's just a flat cement brick. If you drop this, it could crack, but if you drop something on it, it's not going to crack, especially if it's you know, planted in the ground over there. So I think you could put like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those red bricks here to make one of these, and I would have 4 bricks shifting, you know, throughout the years and making gaps and maybe getting like a weeds in there or something. But this one brick takes up way more area and won't shift as much. And I think it'll save me in the long run. But you tell me, have you used this brick before? Have you torn out any of this red small brick kind of stuff, like this building bricks, and put these paper stones in? How did it work out for you? Because I don't want to do all this work for nothing. And it 2 or 3, you tell me, no, don't do that. Just, you know, do this instead. I'll go put this on the side of my shop for my auto channel, and I'll build a whole parking area and get one of those like little covers, those like fake rubberized pole barn things, and I'll make a floor for it here. You know, I'm not going to waste this stuff, but you tell me, because like I said, I don't know. This is a DIY channel, and I do know how to fix a lot of stuff, but some of this stuff, we just have to figure it out on your own. So let's work together and get this pool made. All right, so while I was working on the filter, I noticed something in the pool, and I'm seeing these little splotches come up. They kind of look like lily pads or chunks of dirt or something. And I think that these are the algae that was on the bottom. And now that they've died and I've put the algaecide in, and I've put fresh water that has chlorine, and I have 5 chlorine pucks floating around, or 4 chlorine pucks, 2 in each floater, I think the algae is dying and now it's starting to break up from the bottom. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the little skimmer basket, the piece of junk that I have, and I'm just gonna get all these that I can out, because there's no reason to send this stuff through your filter and clog your filter up. The DE filter clogs up so quick. I hate it. But the one time I did get it to work correctly for a couple of months, it left the pool very clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera onto the pool and do just a little walk by and get a close up, so you can see what this kind of algae pond scum is that I'm dealing with. And again, this is my first time really I'm building the pool. I did it the first time when it had no water, so it was all clear. From the very first time I put water in it, I never had to deal with this. This is my first pool opening. But if you know what this stuff is, or if this is a good sign, I mean, is this a good sign? I would think it's a good sign, because it looks really dark and it looks like it's dead, and I can scoop it off the top. If this is a bad sign, please comment down below and tell me what I need to do to get this stuff out of my pool. All right, so let me get some work done and we'll just get back to that filter. So I didn't see this a few hours ago. So I'm wondering if this is just it releasing. I mean, I'm glad it's not on the bottom so it doesn't clog up the pipes. But now I'm just gonna go around with the little skimmer, and I'm gonna get all these like little leaf lily pad looking things. That's chunks of whatever, old frog poop and algae and dead leaf and stuff. So let's get a little work done. So I'm noticing that a lot of this stuff, when I'm trying to scoop it up, it's kind of breaking up and falling through. It's not very connected. I think that's a good sign, because that probably means that since it's breaking up, it's dead, the algae's dead. But I'm trying to get out as much as I can to scoop, even though some of it's going back down. If we get half of it, that's half less the pool filter has to work, right? on our way. So I got this little kit. I think someone gave me one. Like this one, I think was with the property. And then I had another one of these mixers. And I think someone gave me this newer one here. You mix these two together and this one's separate. And then this is the same phenol red. And this one is by itself, and I think does both of these together. I'm not sure. So, and then I bought these little test strips from Amazon. And then I was told that they're not very good, but it looks like they test a bunch of different stuff, and they were kind of cheap. So I got those as well. And I really, again, I'm trying to learn. So if you guys know how to use this stuff, please help me out. I just kind of, did some research. I go on some forums and I watch some other YouTube channels and I'm trying to learn. But comment down below. Have you used this brand? Have you ever seen this? Or do you have a different thing? So I did 2. And we're not going to do the chlorine, because I know that the pH has never been touched, and I have 4 pucks in there and it's still green with algae. I need to get the pH fixed first, is what I think the research said. Comment down below and tell me, what is the first chemical I should work on? Now, I have to put hardener in tomorrow as well, but that has nothing to do with any of this stuff. So I put 5 drops of this stuff, and you can see it turned color here. But this is really, really old. This might be like 20 years old. And then I have this new one, and we're gonna do it right here in front of you. So I did the pH test on this side with the old stuff, and we're gonna do the pH test on this side with the new stuff. And let's see what color. So 5 drops, 1. Oh, that didn't even go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do 4, because I don't know if that one went in the back or... Okay, so I think I went in 4. Wow, it looks so much different, the red here, than it does here. This looks like a little bit pink. I would say it's down to the end. Oh, I mean, this is yellow. I'm gonna have to put it on a white. We're gonna have to put it on behind something white like this to look at it. But you're supposed to mix this. So it says put the top on here, so it only goes on one way. Let me see what we're doing here. So you put this little rubber piece in. I know all you guys that have done pools before, and I don't have to explain this stuff to you guys, but this is for the people like me that are just learning, so I can help somebody else see what I did wrong and what I did right. And we're gonna go through the whole process, building the pool, doing the chemicals, learning all this stuff. So I think we just shake this, right? Shake this. Shake, 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 shake. All right. All right, so there's a difference in the color already. I see a difference in the color already. All right, let's look through here. So it is very low. And I bought a chemical called sodium bicarbonate, but that's for when the pH is high, when you have a lot of chlorine in the pool, and then to bring it back down. But this looks like 6.8, like as low as you can go, and this one is pretty clear. I don't even know if that one's working anymore, but I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is this lowest color. It might be even lower than that. Maybe, I don't know. Orangey, it's a little orangey, it's a little yellowy. I think it's more yellowy, so I would say maybe it's 6.9 or 7. So the instruction said if it's in between 2 colors, go with half. So tomorrow I am going to, I don't have anything to bring the pH up. I forgot what the chemical was called. I'm gonna have to look at it, but chlorine brings the pH up. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, since I have 4 pucks in there already, I'm going to do a 2-bag shock treatment. I found 2 bags of shock, and I don't have any more. I'm gonna order some more tonight. I thought if I used the pucks, I didn't have to use the shock. But when you're opening in the summer, you need as much as you can. And I don't wanna just buy chlorine, liquid liquid chlorine or liquid bleach and pour it in, it's way too expensive. So tomorrow I'm gonna put the 2 bags of shock, and then we're gonna test again and see if we come up. At least if we come up from 6.8 to 7.2, I know I'm doing the right thing. You know what I mean? So, okay, so this is the pH. I'm not even gonna test the chlorine because I know if the pH is this low that there's barely any chlorine. And the pucks take so long to dissolve that it's just kind of going. So I'm gonna try to figure it out tonight. I'm gonna put some more in, and then we're gonna take another test and see where we're at tomorrow. So I did these sticks. There are 2 different brands. I did these sticks, and it said the hardener was low, the same. The chlorine, one said the chlorine was extremely high. One said the chlorine was none. One said the something cyanic acid was max, and the other one said none. So I did 2 times, and they both came out the same. So I don't know which one of these is right and which one is wrong. But I think because there was swamp water in there, it's like 25% swamp water and 75% fresh new water. It has about 0 of everything in there. So the one that says 0 for everything is this one. So I'm gonna use that one, and I'm just gonna buy one of those dripper things where you drip everything in, because I'm just. Do you guys use these, or are they no-go, or are these like just kind of like a quick test? But you know, I don't know. Should I just throw these in the garbage? Tell me down below, and if you, I'm really depressed that this didn't work out like that.